Um, if you have any questions, I have a question panel open, so I'll be able to see that and address that. And if it's appropriate to wait through the point I'm making, I'll do it at the end. So, but I will make sure, to get all of your questions answered. Um, so if you're at the database management class or working with leads and clients class, you are in the right place. Um, real quick, I could make this a real long seminar. I'm not. We're just going to get right to the point. And I was a realtor for 12 years. I got started in 1988, built my own systems, computerized, and in my early 20s, I was doing six figures based on an automated postcard strategy that I had created. Now, doesn't sound that exciting, except I was one of the first persons to mail postcards, and some of the conversations in the office kind of sounded like this. You shouldn't mail postcards. Those are unprofessional. We're going to tell the broker. And which happened. And broker said, well, there's nothing illegal about it. You can do it. And anyway, 2 years later, again, I was in the top 10% at the company I was working at. And, what I really got out of that experience, with the exception of being harassed, was, automation can make a big difference in your business. Had a conversation with an agent yesterday and just, really not enjoying the whole process of follow up and all of that. And I said, well, there is an easier way. And once you automate things, you'll be a lot happier. You don't have to worry about, I remember the days of just driving around. Oh, I got to call this person. I haven't talked to this person in a while. And I'm not saying you're not going to, what we're going to talk about today is going to be replacing a phone call, but there's ways to automate things with texts and emails with the information that your clients want and are looking for. So you want to make sure you're the one providing that rather than somebody else. So there's a couple ways to look at, what I'm going to be talking about today. One is, you're just here to get information, which is fine. For me, I'm all about, context. And context, if you're not familiar with that term, was like, I didn't realize how American I was until I went to Singapore during Chinese New Year. The culture thought differently. They ate different food, celebrate differently. So I became aware for the first time in my life, how, culture, which is a context, kind of shapes things. So, in real estate, new context, can be, business process, or it may even be seeing something in a different way that opens an idea. Like, years ago in the early 90s, when I created my own software from scratch, what I found was I started thinking differently now that I had this technology and could operate different strategies, and I would think about my business differently. So, the goal here is that you actually start to think about things differently, and new opportunities will emerge out of that, I say. And that's exciting. Even with our own software, we'll have clients come to us. Hey, did you know you could do this? I had no idea, but that's awesome. Thank you. So, in this conversation, you may see something for yourself, something we're not even talking about as a new opportunity to take actions, for your business. So we are going to be looking at, a database and, why to have one, different follow-up strategies, which is, something I'm very passionate about, and really automating, our life so we can actually go on vacation and not worry about losing anything. We've got, a robot back home that's covering for us, that it's just going to do exactly what we tell us to do. Using your website like MLS, that might sound like an odd thing, but, switching from using MLS to using your own branded MLS on your own website. And then we're going to do some demos, and then we'll take some questions. So I'm probably going to go a little bit quicker today. Again, it's not necessarily about the information, more about the context and how to look at, how to do your business. So again, I will be monitoring questions. If you have any, Just feel free to type away. And all right, let's get started. Actually, we just did this. We started this business actually about 6 years ago in Phoenix. It's our biggest market. I think we're still the top third-party IDX vendor with Armless. We're in California, Philly, Chicago, Vegas, pretty much all over Arizona now. Just opened Flagstaff, and we're going to have Lake Havasu and the White Mountains and Payson. And anyway, so we got some in Sedona. I know some people on this webinar, you're already good at a database, and I still want to talk to you. And some people may not even have a database. And I'm glad you're here. And I know everybody is here because they're not satisfied with something. So I do want to satisfy, what's missing for you or what you think is missing for you in your real estate business. So whether we think it or not, we all have a system or a database system that we're using. It could be keeping stuff, tracked in your notes on your phone, maybe a spreadsheet or Outlook, Constant Contact, MailChimp. I hear people, I talk to agents. I have a database. I'm using MailChimp or Constant Contact, which they're autoresponders, but you can't really track, customer conversations or follow-ups. But it does serve a purpose. So I'm not saying don't or stop doing it. I would definitely keep doing that. But a database is different than the MailChimps of the world. So is your system sufficient for what you have? I'm going to guess probably not, or you wouldn't be here. Or you may have a system that is sufficient, but like I said, the context for really what to do with it isn't there. So technology really doesn't do a whole lot unless you have something to bring to it. What am I going to bring to that? Oh, I want to have an automated follow-up for people that visit my open house. I want an automated system for asking for referrals. I want an automated system for my past clients that keeps them up to date on what's going on in their neighborhood, price-wise and actives and all that. Because I want them to, get trained where they need to go to get that information. I do not want them on Zillow. Zillow is all about generating leads for someone else if you're not, paying for a Zillow account. And really none of this will make any sense unless you're clear on, what your goals are. What are you in it for? It could be money, it could be vacations, it could be, just even having, the type of retirement that you want. So, anyway, just something to keep in mind. I mean, I work with a business coach, once a week. So, keeping my why in front of me is, it's kind of a foregone conclusion. Sometimes I don't want to have it in front of me, but anyway, it's there. So database management, I think it's a couple of different things. So it's, it's about prospecting conversations. Prospecting conversations could be, when you're at an open house or maybe people you meet on the street or, if you're buying leads, that's a specific type of conversation. There's prospecting that gets done during the transaction or during the home hunting process. I often found as an agent, and I was a student with Joe Stump at By Referral Only, I had a whole process when somebody first started with me. I made it very clear, what I was after. I mean, I really wanted the referrals. That's the best source of business. It's the cheapest. But more importantly, I loved a referral because it already came with a background of relatedness. I think if you notice, there's a gestation to creating relationships with Period. So for people you don't know, it takes longer. That's one of the things I appreciate about a referral is, Bob and Marge said, you were the best and they wouldn't talk to me if I don't use you to buy, a home through you. Those I liked. I used to get those. Past clients are great. They've already worked with you. What a better source of, business in the future and just even, asking for more referrals. Who do you know in the next 30 to 60 days, that will be buying or selling a home? That was a question I used to ask often with, that worked out great for me, quite honestly. Sometimes the best uh, strategies are the simplest and they're often free. They just take effort. So prospecting conversation, referrals, open house. We have a client, he sits a lot of open houses, and he said in the past 2 months, he's added over 70 contacts into his database. So, I think, as real estate agents, we think our job is about selling houses, which it is, but, it's really about building that database up. That's the lifeblood of our business. So, at the open house, not only was it buyers, but it was sellers as well. So I'll show you what he did with those. We'll go through a scenario, which I thought was brilliant. And it's a very simple thing to do. Website leads, sign calls, landing pages, Facebook ads, people in the grocery line, all great, except if you're getting a lot of these, it does present a problem. One person, even a team, it's hard. If you're getting 25 new leads a week, you got hundreds of leads happening in a short amount of time. You can't possibly call all those. Well, you could, but there's a way to automate that follow-up process, which I believe will make you a lot happier. It will also cause your productivity to go up as well. Lead generation, like I said, I'm just going to glance over this quickly. I think we all know about lead generation and what there is to do. You can pay for leads. There's Facebook ads, your social media, there's open house. The free profiles on Zillow and Truly and Active Rain, those should definitely be filled out. And a lot of agents don't do that, and you really should. And just talking to people. I think that's, people are attracted to real estate because they do like people and they are good with people. So the more we can interact and make requests of people for what we want for our business, I think the better. What do you do with a lead? Call them, we email them, we text them, maybe mailers and postcards, put them in the database, set them up on a search, call them again. A second text, maybe a third call, and then we don't call because it's a bad lead, which I think is unfortunate. I had many instances. I had people in my database for years before they did anything. And, some people, they start planning their moves. And if we just burn through calling people, nope, bad lead. It's not often you're going to get a lead and you're going to hop in the car with the sign and, put the sign, bang the signpost in the front yard and you got the listing. Can happen. Not that often. So again, what do we say to do with the lead? Yes, call them, email them. We like to set up, recurring emails with the information they want to see. And that's what we're going to take a look at. And engaging drip campaigns. And we need to respond quickly and follow up. So again, for some people, if you're a sole practitioner, that can be difficult if you're out showing property, and automating things will definitely help you with that. So time is of the essence. I forget where I got this graph from, but one of the real estate pub. Anyway, it shows the impact of how quickly you get back to somebody with the conversion. So really, the highest conversion rate will be in the first minute. So if you're not set up to do that, you're probably missing out on conversions, or you're wasting money, because if you're paying for lead gen and you can't get back to people, that's just money down the drain. And where does the sale occur? Well, 93% occur at the sixth contact. I used to own a mortgage company, along with the doing the real estate, and we used to buy leads and we'd give them out. Small broker shop, but we had a couple loan officers working for us. Give them the leads. They call once or twice, bad leads. The only person that seemed to be able to convert them was me, because I would keep calling them. Why? Because I was paying for them. I had skin in the game. So I would call them and I'd hear things like, Dave, we want the leads you're getting. And the leads I was getting was going to the printer and pulling the top ones right off the top. That's all that was. So follow up, it's not just get it in the database, call them a couple, once or twice. It is a process, and it's, something that you may have to continually, or, continue past, the first couple conversations. How to put it all together. You need a CRM, which stands for Customer Relationship Manager. And we say the CRM that's connected to your website IDX. So our technology uniquely connects your website or IDX to the CRM, which you'll see will save you a boatload of time and really simplify your life. So new strategies. Again, use your website like MLS. Set up your searches for your clients on your website. Now, there's reasons to do that. One, it establishes your brand and your credibility. But the way we do the data or the searches on our end, all the searches become searchable in Google, which you'll see in a moment here why that's beneficial. Everything you do on our system either helps you get found online, makes your social media very simple, and also makes it easy to stay in front of your clients with the information that they want to see. What's important to them. People are interested in what's important. I bought a car. Well, actually, it's been a couple years now, but I wanted a specific kind of car. I was only looking for, informations on BMW. I wasn't interested in Ford. I wasn't interested in Audi. I wasn't interested in Mercedes. I only looked at what I was interested in. So that's what we want to do with our clients. Just if they're interested in Silverleaf or 85254 or 2 Stories Enchant, that's exactly what they need to get. Open house leads. Again, I think we're going to look at the strategy, which we can map over to the other strategies for how to do the open house and really build your database that way. And then there's past clients, which probably my favorite way of getting referrals is just to really stay in touch with people and satisfy their curiosity. Now, I'm a homeowner. 2 weeks ago, just driving down the street, I saw 2 new listings in the same day popped up. Now, I have no control over this. We like to think we have control over our bodies. However, when it wants food now. I have no control over when I'm hungry. I have no control over my brain thinking, I wonder what those are selling for. Now, we can do that with the system very easily. And we're going to take a look at that. We'll skip all that. All right, let's just get to it. All right, so let's take the open house scenario. This is my test website. Once you log in, I'll show you how to create a search. So let's say we're at an open house and we have someone walks in and they want more information on 4-bedroom homes for sale in Sweetwater Ranch in 85260. So I'm going to do this a little quick just to save time, but I could put some more information in here. I can add a photo very easily, but I'm going to create the search of what's available in Sweetwater Ranch. So this is our IDX tool. So we're going to create the search right here, right now. So we've got active listings. I could draw a search out on a map, but in this case, it's just a specific subdivision. So we're going to do Sweetwater Ranch. And we only want 4 bedrooms. And I don't care about price. I can add Scottsdale. I don't think there's any other Sweetwater Ranches in Maricopa County, but anyway. Now I could add other criteria, pool or, is a cul-de-sac or guard gate, garage spaces. I have that option, just like in MLS or whatever MLS you may be in connected to, we can do that. So I'm just keeping this real simple for now. So I'm going to click here. There's the search. I don't need to know what any of this is. I just know that it's going to work. I'm going to publish this. I'm going to hit publish. So a couple things are going to happen. automatically. 1, I'm going to create a new search. 2, I'm going to create a blog post. 3, if I wanted to, I can connect it to social media. And then the 4th thing is I'll show you how to set up that recurring email search. So we just hit publish. Just refresh over here. We'll go to the blog. There is the search, and hopefully I did this right. And there's 2. I figured there'd be more. This is an area I actually used to farm, so actually I figured there'd be more. But anyway, you get the point. So now I want to get this search to my new buyer. I'm going to go back to where I created the search. There's a little envelope here. I have some default templates I can use for past clients, or if I'm generating home valuation leads, it's all in here. I can add to these, I can change them, I can edit them. So here's the home search you want me to send for Sweetwater Ranch. So now we're going to send this data to the CRM so we can add a recurring email. Again, this is somebody I met at an open house. So, whoop. I gotta learn how to type. So I'm going to send it to myself. It's going to fill out the subject. Here's the link we just did. Now I could send this immediately, just satisfy their curiosity one time. Schedule it to make them think I actually did some work. It took me a while to get it together. Or the 3rd thing, set up a recurring email. So I can have this sent out every 2 days for, that's 5, for 45 times, or whatever, how many instances I want this to go out, and schedule that email. So this link will get sent to them every other day. It could be every day. Just, that's your, whatever you feel you want to contact your leads with. By default, it shows the latest listings first. So anyway, where are we here? So all I have to do is click schedule, and that's automatically going to go out. Now, what else would I do with that? Well, I would set up a drip campaign, because again, I'm probably adding lots of leads every week because a lot of people are coming through my open house and I can easily get them this information. I can set up a drip campaign with either text or an email. Oh, I'm not in my, logged into my partner's account. Oh well. So what I would do here is I could set up a text campaign or text and email campaign. So let's say I send this, I send out that recurring email. Well, I have an automated text that goes out. Hey, this is Dave. Anything on the list you'd like to see, or is anything in the area you'd like to see? Just let me know. I'd be happy to show it to you. And I can have that go out, the next day. Maybe a different message or an email. But the point is I can have this set up automatically. And again, definitely pick up the phone and call them. But, if I'm busy, I know at least my contacts are getting contacted with, quality information. Also, we can set up campaigns for our past clients, the drip campaigns. Hey, this is Dave. Who do you know that's most likely to buy or sell in the next 30 to 60 days? That's a very easy campaign to set up. Actually, I'm going to log into my account. All right. So, for example, like I have a home value text campaign that goes out. Oh, there's the campaign. Every 90 days. And again, you make it up for what you're comfortable with, or, how you work. I just made this up just to demonstrate, hey, this is Dave. Just wanted to see if you would like to know the current value of your home. Hey, this is Dave. Who do you know that's most likely to buy or sell in the next 30 to 60 days? Hey, this is Dave. Anything on that list for that home search that I sent you, is anything you'd like to take a look at, or are there any other areas you'd like to take a look at? We automate this. Really, I love Ron Popeil. Set it and forget it. Any questions at this point? I've got the question board open. I'll be happy to take some questions if you want to see anything. I was going to go over another type of search, which I think is very important as an agent for generating referrals. We have our past clients. So after we sell this property, we want to set up a sold search campaign because once they've sold, we still want to stay in touch with them. We've invested time, we've created the relationship. So again, let's, homes sold in Sweetwater Ranch in Scottsdale. And let's create the search. Now we're going to change it from active to closed. And it's Sweetwater Ranch. And the only thing we need to really look at is change, we got the close date. So we're just going to go back. We'll just go back at 6 months ago. So we'll add that search. Let's publish it. Let's go back to the blog. There's the search. And we've got 27 in the latest, again, the latest listings show first, so they can keep coming back here and looking. I would also make an active search and send it to a past client because they are always curious what the listings are selling for. And we want them to look on our website and train them where they need to go for their real estate information. Very simple. So again, this, by doing this search on my website, and you should do all your client searches on your website, what happens is these searches Google puts into their index. These are all searchable in Google. So for example, I had a client, I'm looking, I've got a buyer that wants a horse property in 85260. Terrific. We made the search. This is my website. It shows up in Google. It's one of my other test websites. And that's really what we want, because we're going to make these searches anyway. Let's get some more benefit. Also, they go to social media. Here's the last 2 searches I did. They just automatically go out and post. So again, you may or may not want it to do that, and there's reasons why you would or wouldn't. We're not going to cover that now, but it is a simple thing to do, and we're accomplishing a lot of work in a very short amount of time. I mean, really, to set these searches up takes a minute or less. So we're getting a lot of work units done for, we're going to do this anyway in our MLS. Why not do it here? See what else do I want to cover today? I did go through this a little quicker than normal. I did want to, the point was to really look at a system, a simple system that, hopefully will free you up. Actually, we did the demo. So we have home valuation tools. We also have the ability to create, basically it's like having your website on your business page, for your Facebook marketers. I'm not a Facebook marketing expert, but I do understand it's cheaper to keep the traffic on Facebook versus having people go off of Facebook. Our sites are secure. So and what that means is Google made a change a few months ago. They're weighting sites that have instead of HTTP, it's HTTPS, which means there's a security certificate. For the savvy internet user, like I know for myself, I won't leave any information unless I see an S online, because I want my information secure. Credit card information, just whatever. I don't want anybody else to be able to get it, and I don't think you do either. So that's all I got for now. If you have any questions, or if you want to go in, if you have more questions, please let me know. We are doing a webinar special. If you want to sign up today, we'll get 2 free months of service, which is about $200. You can head over to our website at ifoundagent.com. Take a look at our themes. We have a lot of different designs you can choose from. We have a full support staff. We have videos on just about everything. 95% of what you need to know is here. We do a weekly training class, which is also taped. So if you can't attend it, we have that. Like here's the client walkthrough webinar. Everything you need to know to be successful online, we have that. We've been doing this for almost 7 years. So we're not new. We've been doing this for quite a while. I'm going to unmute everybody. So if you do have questions, please, now is the time. So I'm unmuting everyone. So any questions? Don't be shy. I could be a little shy. Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys being on the call. Again, if there's any questions, just let me know. You can email me at davem@ifoundagent.com, or you can call me at 602-405-0596. Hopefully you learned something today, and I appreciate you taking your time. I know as a former agent, we got lots of stuff to do, so I do hope you got some value out of being on this webinar this morning. So again, just want to say thanks.